How's it going, folks? Welcome to another video. And recently I've been getting into graphics and motion design work for videos and live streams, and I've made the executive decision that the stuff that I have created so far I'm going to give it away for free, so you guys can have it. I will provide links down in the description below. It's all on Ko-fi, so it's not a sketchy Google Docs link, and you can see in the previews what you're getting beforehand. It's completely free. Don't worry about paying for it. I'm not asking for any money, just have it. More than happy to help. Which is a great transition into this video. So we'll be using those free assets that I'm providing, and I'll be showing you guys how to set them up for your own live streams. So if you want, let's take a look. Now, the process I'm about to show you is strictly for the Twitch alerts package. I do have Twitch and YouTube shoutout panels available, but the process to edit them and use them is slightly different to the Twitch package, so I'll be focusing on that one today, and in order to do that we'll be using StreamElements. So taking a look at StreamElements then, we are first of all going to make sure we are on the correct account, so head on up to the icon at the top right, hover over it, and you will see if you're on your Twitch account or your YouTube account. I mentioned this in the previous video when I was talking about converting Twitch alert systems to YouTube alert systems, so just make sure you're on the right account. Once you've checked that, head into the My Overlays tab underneath the Streaming Tools, and for this example I will create a new overlay. Now that we have our overlay open, this is a 1080p overlay, so if you have a canvas resolution on OBS of 1080p, this will fill up the whole thing, and we can position our widgets where we want them, where we need them on here. So what we want to do, now that we are in our overlay, we want to hit the plus or the add widget button to get the pop-up. We go to alerts and choose alert box. Once we've done that, the very first thing we want to do is go into the position, size and style tab and change this to 500 by 100. The top and left values here change depending on whereabouts the box is located, so you can change that to your own settings, leave it wherever. I'm going to have mine roughly in the middle just now. Now that that's done, we can head into the settings tab, and we're going to turn off purchase and host alerts. The package that I've got that I'm providing for you guys has all those alerts there, but it doesn't have a purchase alert because that's a StreamElements merchandise store purchase, and host alerts, everybody raids nowadays, so you only really need one alert for a raid. The process for customizing each of these alerts is extremely simple, and unfortunately you can't really copy and paste between alerts as it's all customized to be different. However, the pack that I've provided is totally uniform, and the settings will be the exact same throughout, so you can jot them down on a piece of paper, memorize them or whatnot, and copy and paste them through every alert. So for the example in the video, we'll be customizing the follower alert, so I'm going to hit the cog wheel next to the follower alert, and to start off we're going to change video at the top. Now, as you'll see, I've already got the alerts here, and I'm missing a subscriber alert actually, but doesn't matter, I've got it. If you don't have them here, hit upload, and then you can drag and drop the 5 WebM files from your computer onto here and get them uploaded onto your account. Since I've already got them uploaded, I can skip that step. I will go to videos and I will choose the follow alert WebM. So now that that's done, the second thing to do is hit text over image. What that's going to do is it's going to tell StreamElements that you want to have your image in the background with the text shown in front of it. That way you can show off who's followed, subscribed, whatnot. Then from here we can actually text the follow alert, and you will see the alert play. Okay, cool. Now, mine's a missing text, admittedly, so what we're going to do is we're going to head into the text settings, excuse me. I'm going to go to the advanced tab, and I'm going to change this top margin from 50 to 20. I'll then emulate again, and we can see that the text is now showing in the middle. It is 20 pixels down from the top of the alert. Now I do want to move that further, but for the sake of getting the text on screen, it is good to get a good practice of repeatedly emulate the alert, and that way you can keep track of where the text is moving to in relation to the alert itself. So I'm going to minimize this at the moment, and we're going to change the alert message to just the name. That way it will say new follower, and then it will have just the username of the person who followed. So again, we can emulate this, and then you can see our example is Avis. So, heading back into the text settings, we can adjust this. You can either enter values manually, or you can hold the arrows at the side, but you can see that when I'm holding the arrow, changing the margin, it moves the text on screen, so we can kind of roughly judge where the text is going to be. So I'm going to leave it maybe 90. I think from previous practice actually it's 100, and I'll put this to 40. So let's emulate this and see how that looks. Looks pretty good, huh? Can we move this slightly over? I'll move it to about 110 and 40. Head back into text. I'm going to change the size to 50, and you'll notice that the text is now really low to the bottom, so I'm going to go back in here and adjust. I'm going to bring the text up to about 30. There we go, sorted. So when we emulate this, you'll see the alert comes in, the name shows up, and then the animation plays, new follower, and then it goes away and the text fades out. So, okay, we've got an alert working, but it's needing some tweaks. First thing I'm going to do is, personally, I'm going to choose a font that I like. I've left this customizable because I know that everybody's tastes are different. Some people like some animations to play, some people like fancy text. For me, using StreamElements, the font I like in here is very similar to the font I've used for the alert. It's called Al-Atzi. We're going to then follow down here. We're going to choose this option here to put it all in text. It's bold. We're going to add a text stroke, so this text stroke option here is the size of the stroke, so I'm going to put this up to 1, so you can see that holding the arrows again, similar to the margins, increases the number, but I'm going to just hit 1, and we're going to make a black margin. We've got text shadow enabled. Text shadow is the kind of drop shadow effect you'll see around video cameras or text, and you can toggle this on and off. RGB 000 is fine, but I'm going to change this to 2 pixels. So we're going to have 2, 2, and 2. Our highlight here is the animation for the name itself. I'm going to leave that as pulse because I don't actually mind that, but what I'm going to do is change the colour to a similar light blue to the follow alert that plays along. So let's take a look at this now. So the text comes in, Holly has followed, we have a light blue with a light blue text, it's pulsing, all capitals, looks alright. The only issue now is that the animations don't match up. Now, I will say that there is a slight issue with StreamElements, and it's really difficult to get the animations to match, but we can get something pretty close. So, if we head into the animation settings, so I've minimized out of the text options and we're heading into the animation settings. We now have enter, exit animations, text animations, and then text appearance delays. So we're going to ignore the top 4 options and we'll be focusing from text animation settings down to the bottom. So our animation, a blue box comes across the screen, the new follower comes out from behind it, and then we want the text to show. So what to do is we can have an enter animation of a fade in. We can have the text appearance delay as 1, so you just drag this little bar to change that. And we will have our exit animation to be a slide out left. So slide out left. Okay, so what's going to happen is the text is going to fade in a second after the alert starts, and then it's going to slide out at the end of the alert. So let's have a preview of that and see what it looks like. There's the fade in. It pulses, stays there for a few seconds, and it'll slide out. Did you notice that? It doesn't slide out because StreamElements is trying to slide out at the end of the animation, so when it's actually off screen. So we need to put a text disappearance offset of roughly about half a second. I'm also going to change the appearance delay to 2 seconds, and I will emulate again and we can have a look. Text fade in. Okay, so pulse, light blue text, and then slide off. So the issue with StreamElements that I mentioned before is that the slide off text animation doesn't quite match the animation for the alert going away. It's very difficult to get it to match. Other options are sliding out before the animation plays, or fading out before the animation plays. It's totally personal preference, and you can set this up using the text disappearance offset and the exit animation options here. There are a ton available to you. Have a play around with it. Honestly, it's personal preference what you have. But I will emulate again, so we can see the block comes in, name fades into the middle. You could also have this sliding up from the top, sliding in from the side, and then slides off to the side. Now, that is only for this alert box, and it's only for the follow alert. It seems like a lot of work. You can obviously also go in here and change your sounds, whatnot. I'm not going to bother with that because I've just made the animations. Sounds are a personal thing. I'm not going to change that. But if I were to emulate a subscriber event, it's going to play the default StreamElements subscriber alert. So in order to change that, we need to close out of here, into here, change, select, put the text in position. You get the gist. But for now, that is all I have to show you guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, hit like, hit subscribe, greatly appreciate it. And remember to download the Twitch pack down below in the description. Follow me on Twitter because I'll be posting some more stuff that for free, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.